Y'all, it's a collective prize pool. A prize pool. I just wanted to point that out because I had to do a double take as soon as I heard the news. In my mind, I was like, nah. That's too much and too good to be true. And as soon as I went to investigate, the words prize pool was at the top of the page. But even so, $150,000 for the grand prize winner is still a lot. Like, that's 15% out of 100. So the real question is, knowing how crazy Webtoon contests are and how disappointing Webtoon as a company has been lately, is it worth it? Is the contest worth your time, creativity, and emotional well-being? If you haven't already heard, Webtoon has announced that they have a new contest for 2025 called Webcomic Legends, where the prize is $1 million as a prize pool, meaning a lot of people will earn money that will collectively equal $1 million, which is not bad at all. It's definitely a lot more than the last few contests. I think the most was the $75,000 contest in 2017, so this definitely tops it. However, the real question is it worth entering the contest? And to make a long story short, personally, I think it's worth it. Now, hear me out. Normally, I would say that you need to do your research. Be sure you want your story to be formatted as a vertical scrolling webcomic. Be mindful that making comics is an undertaking that will test you, specifically your wrist, but to also have fun, do your best, and not take it too seriously if you don't win, because far be it from me to get in the way of someone's bag, and this time around, Webtoon is offering a very large bag. Now, let's look at the contest details a little more closely to see what it entails and what you can expect. Okay, first off the bat, we can see the immediate use of the words prize pool, which helps clarify for anyone who's spazzed out over the word $1 million, which honestly, I almost did too. It's why I had to immediately read what the fuck was going on. So this contest is for the next year, 2025. Father in heaven, I can't believe the year is almost over. And as we scroll down, there are 4 categories: most feels for romance and drama, most epic for action and fantasy, most gripping for horror, thriller, mystery, and supernatural, and most laughs for comedy and slice of life. Pretty standard, honestly. I feel like the most saturated genres will be the most feels because it's well known that Webtoon audiences gravitate towards romance and drama more, and the most epic as well, since fantasy is a very high second. So again, pretty standard. Now, let's look at the prize, because that's where my curiosity is really focused on, and trust that I really had to crunch the numbers here. The prize pool is as follows. 24 runner-ups will be announced who will win $5,500 each, so that's 6 people for each genre. Then you have the 12 genre finalists not included in the runner-ups. Each will win $35,000. Then, aside from them, 4 people will be selected as the big money, big 3 genre winners who will win $100,000, but only one of the 4 will be crowned as the grand prize winner, earning them the $150,000. Like, I had to really do the math here. I just took out paper and pencil and the calculator on my phone, because when I totaled the numbers, it actually added up to the prize pool being over $1 million. And that's crazy money. Now, the submissions for the contest will start March 2025 and close May 2025, with the winners to be announced September 2025. That waiting period is honestly kind of killer. Like, I can already feel the anxiety that's about to take over everyone. So come Christmas time next year, we shall have 40 participants who will be a few $1,000s richer. Good for them. I love it when people have financial windfalls. Better one of us at least. Now let's see what else. Okay, and it looks like the official rules are not up, so stay tuned to see what specifically they require, because it's really all about the devil in the details. Now, personally, I like clicking to see the FAQs to see what important questions are being answered. We have the what are these submission requirements? The standard was always 3 episodes or more, and the comedy slice of life had 6 or more, and it seems that has not changed. So the same 3 episodes or more with a panel of 40 or more, which is a lot less than the standard 60 or 70 that was once required. Each episode for everyone except for the comedy slice of life gang, which do in fact have to do 6 or more episodes with a panel of 15 or more each. I feel like that's a lot more doable, but I could be misremembering since it has been such a long ass time since I've done any of this. Remember that all episode content must be submitted in English. All episodes must be submitted in full color. Ugh, I hate that. Copyright to the submission must be held by the individual or group submitting it. Any comic episode that was previously published or made public may be submitted provided that there are no third-party agreements or engagements that prohibit publication through Webtoon or the contest. Okay, the judging process is 40% audience appeal, so this time around, you definitely need to cultivate your audience. Like, start becoming influencers for your stories because Webtoon wants a mini built-in fan base, which for brand new creators is such an uphill battle. Like, what happened to letting talent do the talking? Webtoon's marketing is just the worst because it barely does anything for anyone. For any original creators out there who once had a title but are not currently working for Webtoon, you guys can participate, so definitely good luck. Creators who live outside the US are eligible to enter except those on the excluded territory list. See official rules once posted. Tag team creators are also eligible to enter, so if you got people, power to you. Mature content has to follow the community policy and uploading guidelines and the Webtoon terms of use. But obviously that will get twisted once the series pops off in the original sections. Y'all know what I mean. And finally, there is absolutely no AI allowed. Finally, some good news. So that's it. We'll have to wait once the official rules finally happen, but that is ultimately what the Webcomic Legends contest is all about. It is a good opportunity if you want to try it out. Also, let me give y'all some advice for success from a writer who loves stories and analyzing it all. Be mindful that it would definitely help if you have some buffer episodes done by the time March rolls around, because personally, the key to really making a splash is the first week of submissions. Anything close to May feels kind of too late in my opinion. As for genres, they're the usual. You can choose any you'd like. I feel like if you go for the most feels and most epic, you're gonna have to step your A game on those first 3 episodes. Everyone should, mind you, but because those 2 genres are so popular and saturated, let's be honest, you're gonna have to give us an interesting concept to spice it up and stand out. And be cute with it. Don't hint at some lore because girl, my guy, my sparkling individuals, you only have 3 episodes to impress. In fact, make it a challenge to impress us with 1 episode. It's all about making us forget we're reading episodes so that we can just fly through them and show Webtoon that your stuff is fantastic. When it comes to most laughs, y'all are some MVPs because I can never be intentionally funny, so I admire anyone for doing most laughs. Seriously, when I try to be funny, I feel like I'm not, and when I'm trying not to be funny, that's when people laugh. I don't get it. But as long as they smile with no malicious intent, then I'm pretty much happy to provide some entertainment. I can't really give out advice on humor because it's just not my strong suit, and I'm definitely no comedian, so good luck to all of you funny people. I wish you nothing but the best. As for the most scripting, this is the genre that interests me the most because if it wasn't already obvious, I live for the thriller, mystery, supernatural, even horror genres. Like, I can't explain it. I just find the stories so much more compelling and interesting. Like, I really have to use the ridges in my brain to uncover the deeper meaning or hidden plot that's presented on screen. I don't know. It's just so fun to me. Movies like Knives Out, Glass Onion, Talk to Me, Ready or Not, Gone Girl, etc. are brilliant and makes me gravitate towards them. Like, I would advise knowing what your mystery already is and finding ways to subtly, but not too subtly, hint at it. Thriller is all about raising the stakes, and horror is about making us fear what we can't see. So any combination of that is extra good. Remember that just like the romance, drama, action, fantasy girlies have a good, unique concept that you can say in 1 sentence that will hook us to click, then give us atmosphere, good pacing, good characters, and we're locked in. Y'all got this. I believe in us, which is why I have decided that I will be participating in the Webcomic Legends contest.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
I know what you're thinking. Day. Webtoon is acting like a shady company, not treating its original artists right, who helped blow up the platform in popularity, leading to burnout, injury, and also skimping out on its canvas creators, and generally just leaving a bad taste and everyone's mouth. And I hear you because you are not wrong. To be an original creator is to really think about being locked in a contract for the next 2 or 3 years, more or less, where only Webtoon has control of where your story can gain its audience. While in the right hands, Webtoon can rocket your career like it did for creators like Lore Olympus's Rachel Smythe, Freaking Romance's Snail Lord, The Guy Upstairs is Hansa, Sweet Homes is Carney B. Kim, True Beauties is Kim Na Young, pardon my American pronunciation, I'm the Grim Reaper's Grave Weaver, and more. But it can also fail creators significantly, like Let's Play's Leanne, aka Mongi, Bugtopia and Monsters and Girls is Quill, Midnight Poppylands is Lily Dusk, The Devil is a Handsome Man's is Angle, and so much more. This comic creation industry, specifically working for Webtoon, is not an easy job. Yes, it may be a dream come true, but it can also go wrong if we're not careful. Nearly everyone who is an original series creator has said so, and Webtoon definitely needs to get better about not throwing its prime moneymakers under the bus just to suit their efficiency quotas. Like, we're human beings after all, not a generative AI machine. So even though I have decided to participate, make no mistake that the main motivator, aside from the tempting cash prize, is my insane quirk where I finish projects when I have a strict deadline. It's frustrating, but crazy effective. And I don't mean like a soft deadline where I write on a calendar, get this done by the 5th of June. I mean like a deadline like this where the stakes are higher and opportunities are on the line. It's not the end of the world if I don't finish, but I will be highly disappointed in myself if I don't. Plus, I get a finished project in the end, and that's what matters. The actual originals contract is not the prize I once thought it was, especially if the base pay that they're starting at is $800 per episode. Like, get out of here with that. And part of that money is actually used to pay for like assistants and taxes. Like, bro, be so fucking for real, especially with a mandatory colored episode per week. It's not even all of the back and forth planning done with the editors before you even get paid. Like, this is seriously just not enough for creators to live off. So again, the originals contract, I recommend you side-eye the hell out of it if it is offered to you, and get you a damn good lawyer, or just read the entirety of it before signing anything. They're supposed to be in the business of helping you succeed, not sidelining you if it takes a bit of momentum for your comic to take off. If you're curious to know what comic I'll upload, just know it's one that I've written a screenplay before, so it's pretty much a completed story and won't be this huge story saga, which is another thing I learned. If it's your first story, please pick a short one. It will save your life. So the comic that I will be choosing, The Behringer Hotel, that is one that I will make a separate video about because I do want to speak about it in a little bit more detail without clogging up this video. Also, for anyone entering the contest, please comment the name or drop a link in the comments by the time submissions start, because I do want to advertise and give as many people an opportunity to have exposure and market their comics. I know how brutal it can be to let the Webtoon algorithm naturally have people find you, because as I mentioned before, Canvas is saturated, and since there is yet to be a decent tagging system to make it easier to find stories, again, It's like my Roman Empire for this thing. As a result, it's hard to find stories and it can feel like such an uphill battle. So if I can make videos showing off comics and stories for the contest on my channel, I will gladly do it. I don't care if it's competition, everyone deserves a chance. And that's it for now. This wasn't the video that I wanted to put out, but the announcement happened a few hours before I decided to sit down and write this script. So I hope this video was useful. Stay tuned for any further developments and my own announcement for the Behringer Hotel webcomic that I will be submitting for the contest. I will still be working on Dante's AMA for YouTube and my website, daydoes.com, and also Bittersweet Nightshade, hopefully not slowly but surely. This is my art for the video. It's my main character, ambitious but family-oriented Felipa Susana, for my upcoming horror thriller webcomic, The Behringer Hotel, set in Boston during the 1890s. I'm still tinkering with the final style, preferably something that won't kill my hands or brain when I have to color it later. Seriously, I hate coloring, guys. I am so jelly of anyone who just gets color theory. Like, what witchcraft is that? But any hoodles, remember, if you want your webcomic or story to be reviewed, I got you. That's it for now. Until next time, cheers.